those things are, what I know is this: over the past 365 days, you've done some things that are worth celebrating. Whatever your goal is, your dream, the life mastery life that you desire, that thing that is yours, start off the year not acting towards it, but envisioning it. Here's a question. I don't know if 2024 has been amazing for you, if you've had all the success you wanted, you've reached all the mountaintops, you've checked off all of your checklist, or if you're still looking to try and get those successes that you desired, right? The passion, the mission, the thing that is you, right? The thing that you want to try and succeed at. If that hasn't happened yet, or even if you've reached a certain level of success, here's what I want to do is give you 3 steps to really succeeding in 2025. The first one is celebrate. Before I can do anything in 2025, I want to acknowledge and recognize those things I've done that I've really achieved in 2024. You may be starting from zero in some areas, but here's the truth. There's something you've done in 2024 that's gotten you to this doorstep of 2025. Whether it's created a business or started your own YouTube channel or gotten that job that you desired, or you're in a relationship or that home, whatever those things are, what I know is this: over the past 365 days, you've done some things that are worth celebrating. So before I move into the next year and really have a vision for the things that I want to have happen in that year, right, really becoming the person I'm created to be, having that life mastery life, I want to acknowledge the things that I've already done, because you've succeeded in your life. So the first thing is this: hey, celebrate. Celebrate what you've done already, because you've done some amazing things. You've made it through, you've persevered, you've accomplished some things, you've reached some mountaintops, and it's worth celebrating one more time, acknowledging it so you can work into the next year. And so the first is celebration. Here's the second thing I'd love for you to do. See those things that you haven't done. Hey, what's the thing I haven't reached out for? What's the dream I haven't really put time into? What's the goal that I haven't reached yet? Because sometimes we do 2 things. We can understand in the things that we haven't accomplished, hey, was it really something that mattered? Because if it mattered, I maybe would have put some time into it, right? Or maybe it was something that was that vision, right? That passion on the inside that I didn't have the time to get to. I was so caught up in doing all of these other things, making sure all these other things happened, that I didn't reach that thing that I desired. I didn't start that business because I needed to establish a job. I needed to move to a new place or what have you, right? Many times we haven't reached a goal, not because we've procrastinated or put it off or weren't brave enough to do it, but because there was things that had to be established first. And no harm, no foul in that, but really what we want to do is determine 2 things. Is it a goal that's a passion that I really need to have? Or was it something that was a nice to have that, you know what, I didn't put time into it because it didn't really matter that much. It sounded great, but it really wasn't a me thing, so I really didn't put energy into it. So determine one of 2 things. Hey, was it something that I didn't have time to invest in because other things needed to happen first? Or is it something that was just this, dream outcome that really wasn't me? Because if it's something that wasn't you, set it aside. I don't have to have everything in my life that everybody else says is of value, but those things that are the me things, those are the things I want to invest in. So what haven't you done in 2024 that you want to set aside and say, I'm not going to go after that. That's not a me thing. It's something that somebody else has as a goal. That's not mine. You don't need to invest in other people's goals. And then if it's something that you do desire, okay, so is now that stage, that step, that time for me to really take that leap out for that thing that I desired. And then here's the third thing. I've looked at the things that I'm celebrating. I've refined my goals, understanding, is this a me goal that really matters, or is it somebody else's goal for me? And if it's a me goal, then what's the steps I need to take? And that is that third thing. What's that tangible step to take in 2025? First and foremost, here's what I would tell you. Whatever your goal is, your dream, the life mastery life that you desire, that thing that is yours, start off the year not acting towards it, but envisioning it. What's the God level goal that God has for you? Not the next step and the next level I want for my life, but what's that maximized version of it, the God level version of that goal in my life? Because it's that thing that you're going for. I take tangible steps and take tangible increases to get there, but there's this vision that I have that's greater than my current outcome and maybe my current vision for my life. So the first thing I do in 2025 is I envision, what does that thing look like lived out? What is the life mastery level? What is the maximized version of that? whether it's a business, and it's not that establishing the business, creating the product, establishing that service and marketing it, but what's the impact it's supposed to make in the world? Who are the people it's supposed to help? What's the geographical areas that it's supposed to work in, right? Is it a worldwide vision that you have and multiple thousands upon thousands of people? Or is it impacting a certain community? I'm working with married people, I'm working with young children, I'm working with entrepreneurs, and I'm going to have an impact in this industry. You'll never hit a goal that you don't see, and you'll never be greater than you believe you can be. So what is that vision for it in 2025? Because when I see the grand vision for it, automatically I can start to take steps towards it. And 3A or 3B, however you want to say, that third step is really envisioning it in your life and then taking a step towards it. What I guarantee in your life is you'll not have all the answers of all the things you need to do, all the steps you need to take, all of the things you need to establish in 2025 to have your goal become a reality. But you don't need to have every answer. You just need to learn one step. What's the first step to take towards it? And then the next step will become clear, and the next step after that. And then your 2025 will look a little bit like your 2024, in that you'll have things to celebrate, but it'll look so much better than 2024 because you're now working towards that life mastery life. You're now at that next level. I believe for the things that I'm doing in my life, 2025 is the year for all of those things to be established and for those things to manifest themselves in ways that would be amazing. Because I've lived in the 2024 and invested in the things I'm doing now and created the foundation for those things to happen, now it can come to pass. And it's the same for your life. Can you celebrate your 2024 and the things that you've accomplished? You've done great things. Can you look at your goals and evaluate, hey, is this a me goal that is now the time for me to enact it in my life? Or is this somebody else's goal for me that I'm not going to live under the shadow of who they say I am? Those things that are the shadow things, that the other people's goals for me, or other people's goals that sound great but aren't me, set those aside. You have no obligation to fulfill them, but those things that are yours, the person you are created to be and the life you're created to live, that's the thing to invest in. And then that third thing is visualize the amazing outcome that it can be and take the first step towards it. Write it down, put it in your calendar, make it happen in January 2025, and you'll have the year that you were meant to have. And 2025 will be spectacular because you're investing in it from who you're created to be. You do that, and you'll have that life that you're created for. And I can't wait to hear your celebrations as you live it out. Hey, I'm so glad you're here at Freedom for Life. Do me a favor. Could you subscribe, become part of what we're doing here? 2025 is going to be an amazing year for what we're doing, and we want to hear the amazing year you're having and what you're doing. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and be a part of every conversation that we're having as we're living this thing out, living the life mastery life we're having in 2025. And before you go, don't forget to do this. Dominate your day.